Hey guys, good morning. It's me, Corey. It's Friday afternoon. It's almost 2:27 in the afternoon here on the East Coast. And well, actually I'm in the Midwest, but we're on East Coast time here in Michigan and Indiana and Ohio. But anyway, I just hope everybody had a good week and I hope everybody has fun plans for the weekend. I hope everybody's doing well. But I'm doing okay. I had kind of a shit start to my day. To give you guys kind of an update on the um sobriety thing. I'm 7 days clean right now, and my moods are still kind of all over the place. Yesterday and the day before that were really good. The first 2 days were kind of a bitch, though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean the first 3 days. I'm sorry. And it still kind of is a bitch today because I'm just I have some issues going on with my personal stuff in my life that's causing me to kind of be aggravated, and now I don't have the option to use drugs to cope with that. So um I'm not always in the best of moods. So I do apologize if I'm kind of a mess right now in this video, but that's why that's what's going on. Um but anyway, I wanted to kind of talk about employment. And I know I've already made a video, maybe even a couple videos about employment and mentally ill people in the workplace and getting jobs and stuff like that. And I just kind of wanted to touch base on what my goals are right now because um, I do have some family members who think that part of my problem, like with keeping on relapsing and stuff like that, a big part of my problem is not working, me not working. And I do kind of have to agree with them. I do think that's a problem. Um, and I do think my unemployment does contribute to a lot of problems in my life. But what I do want to do is I do want to get back into the workforce, and I'm hoping to do it by the end of this year. Um, I've been thinking about it for a long time now, but I kind of want to lose like another 20 pounds before I go back to work. So that way, when I'm at work, I can move around quickly and efficiently, and just be at my best performance basically. Because when I do work, I take it very seriously. I don't fuck around at work. I get my shit done. I go above and beyond. Before I became disabled, before all this schizoaffective bullshit, I used to just kill it at work and I loved it and I miss it. So I'm hoping to get back to that point because realistically, I think I'm at a point where I'm in charge of my mental disability enough to where I can take on a job, and I feel like I'm highly functioning enough to where I can work. Um, to be honest with you, I think a lot of us that have mental disabilities are actually capable of working, but um, we get these diagnoses and then we get access to all these different welfare benefits and we get too comfortable. Instead of working on improving our disability, we take the assistance and we get comfortable with that. For some people, it's different. Some people are lower functioning than others. Some people have worse problems than I do. Some of you that follow this page, I think probably have worse problems than I do and might not be capable of working. But I don't think my problems are that severe. I think a lot of us in the mental health community could work if we really wanted to and really put our minds to it. So my plan is to volunteer. Um, I know that's going to piss off some people in my family because some people in my family think that I should go work at an actual job instead of volunteering. But let me tell you why I want to volunteer first. We need to find out how capable I am of working a lot of hours with schizoaffective disorder. Because realistically speaking, I really haven't worked at all since I got diagnosed, since I became schizoaffective or schizophrenic or whatever the fuck it is. I really haven't tried working yet. Well, I have tried working, but I got denied jobs, and I think the reason I did get denied jobs was because of my mental disability. But I'm still gonna keep trying. But my plan is to volunteer because at a volunteer job, if I do fuck up and get fired, it's not that serious because it's just a volunteer job. I don't have to put it on my resume or anything like that. Um, so it gives me some more freedom. But I'm hoping I don't fuck it up. My goal is to work at the volunteer job and see how it goes after about 5 or 6 months. And then if I can master that job, after about 5 or 6 months, then I'll start working for actual paid jobs. Um, but there's a catch to that too. And I know this is going to piss off some of my family members, but I'm going to say it anyway. Um, some people in my family think I should be working like 6 or 7 days a week. And I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, that's not ever going to happen with schizoaffective disorder. Do I think I can and should work? Yes. But do I think it should be 50 or 60 hours a week? Absolutely not. Because then what's going to happen is I'm going to crash and burn and I'm going to end up back in the psych ward. And every time I end up in the psych ward, it costs my state's taxpayers thousands and thousands of dollars. The last time one of the times I was in the psych ward back in 2012, they sent me a bill. They sent me a breakdown of all the charges, and for like 5 days in the psych ward was like over $11,000. It's just absolutely ridiculous, you guys. Um, so I don't want to like stress myself out so badly that I end up back in the psych ward because that's not good for any of us. It's not good for me. It's not good for the community. Um, so I'm thinking my max is going to be about 30 hours a week. Um, Preferably more like 20 or 25 to start out with. And then once I really get going, it's probably going to be about 30 hours a week. But I hate to tell you guys this, but it's probably not going to be a lot more than 30 hours a week throughout the rest of my life. I mean, that's probably about my max. And I know that's going to piss off some of my family members who want me to work full time, but one thing I'm going to say that I've noticed is these family members that do want me to work 6 or 7 days a week aren't really involved in my treatment. I don't see them taking the time to go to any of my appointments with me. They don't go to any of my therapy appointments. They're not going to my psychiatry appointments or my medication reviews. They're uninvolved. They know nothing about my schizoaffective disorder. To be quite honest with you, I don't even think they know what schizoaffective disorder is, or what my exact diagnosis is or what I really go through. So that's kind of what my plan is before I became disabled, I worked in food service and I really want to do that again. I'm not going to say what restaurants I worked at, but if you want, you can email me about that and I'll discuss it privately with you guys. But I have had some decent jobs in food service. It might not pay enough. It might not pay a lot, but who the fuck cares? I do what makes me happy. I want to, if I'm going to work, then I want to do something that makes me happy. And working in food service is what makes me happy. It was my primary source of income before I became disabled. Um, and that would be good for me because it's usually not a lot of hours. I'd probably be looking at working 25, maybe 30 hours a week, which is perfect for my disability and my situation. And also, I wouldn't have to I wouldn't have to worry about losing health insurance because that's a big problem too. I worry about losing. I have both Medicare and Medicaid right now, and I worry about losing both of those things. Because, guys, my treatment is really fucking expensive. My Rexulti is up to 1,500 a month right now, you guys, and that is just absolute bullshit. If I don't have insurance, or if I have to pay for my own insurance, there's no way I can afford that. Even the generic brands, the other medications I take, even the generic brands are still a few $100s. I can't do that. I can't make that work. Um, and then like other things I go to see my therapist, to see my chemical dependency counselor. That's like $120 a session, so $120 a week because I see him once a week. My therapist, who I see for my schizoaffective disorder every 2 or 3 weeks, that's like 165 per session. To see my doctor for my medication review, my nurse practitioner, or whatever the fuck it's called, that's $200 for like a 20-minute, a 15-20 minute appointment. $200, you guys. To see my primary care doctor for my physical health stuff at Spectrum Health, that's also over $200 for like a 20-minute appointment. So I really don't have a choice. I pretty much have to keep government health insurance, either for the rest of my life or as at least as long as they allow me to have it for, because I can't pay for my treatment. if I do get a job where I'm paying for my insurance is gonna skyrocket. I can't handle that. $1,500 a month for a medication, that's fucking nuts. Um, so, yeah, and then the other thing I was thinking about too about this work situation is like, I know my dad would really like to see me in a factory, but I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. I tried doing factory work for 6 months when um, I was younger. I was, I think, 19 and 20. I did a factory job for 6 months. Hated it. Could not stand it. I thought I was gonna have I was having panic attacks all the time. I thought I was gonna die. And a lot of that is just because I don't have that kind of experience. Most of my experience is in food service. I've been doing it since I was 16. It's all I know. When I try other jobs, it doesn't work out. Um, factory work just doesn't cut it for me. If it's going to be too much mental torment for me, then I'm just not going to do it. If it's going to make me hear voices and see shit that's not there, then I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to deal with it. It's not going to happen. Um, so I do want to work and I do think I should work, but I don't think it's going to be up to my family's expectations. But at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for my schizoaffective disorder. I know my body better than anybody else does. I know my mind better than anybody else does. I know what I need to do. Sometimes when you have a mental disability, there are certain things that you just have to do or that you shouldn't do. And this is one of those situations. Um, so I just wanted to touch base for a little bit. I want to try to cut this off because we're getting over 10 minutes here. Um, but that's kind of what my plan is for employment right now. That's why I want to volunteer, is to see how well I can work with my disability. And if that goes well, I plan on getting an actual paid job, preferably something in food service where I'm working 20 or 25 hours a week and I can still keep my government health insurance. So that's the situation right now, guys. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I hope you all had a great week and I hope everybody has a good weekend. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye, guys.